So self-care and self-development is a big deal. And I don't think there's any of us that does not want to be better for themselves, for the people around them. But we often get stuck and we only do the things that we're good at, hoping that will affect all the change that we want. Every Sunday, there's a runners group that runs past the front of my house. And once or twice in the past, I have been on the road with them, either rucking with Jackson or going for a run. And I've looked at these runners. Now, these are people, all colors, all sexes, all ages. And the one thing that struck me, I saw them come past again on Sunday morning. And the one thing that struck me, and I know this is a generalization, but still, I'll get to the point. Not many, if any, of the people running looked like they were in decent shape. On the contrary, it looked to me like some of them are doing more damage than good by running, right? Postures, joints, knees. I look at this and I'm thinking, you're doing something that you think is good for you. And yes, it's probably better than sitting on the couch in most instances. But do you understand that's not the only thing you can do? Now, I have spoken to some of these people in the past when I went walking with Jackson, because I've got this big backpack, my ruck, which weighs about 25 kilograms, and then my dog trying on my lead, around my waist. And I've spoken to some of them, and that's all they do. They just run. Why do they not lift weights? Because it's going to make them too heavy to run, which is false. We'll get there now. But they know running, and that's what they do. Now, if we extrapolate that mindset to mental health, physical health, relationships, work, being a better person, growing, agency, take your pick. If you're only going to do the things that you know how to do, you're never going to grow past a certain point. On the contrary, at some stage, you're going to get to a point where it becomes counterproductive. I look at some of these people, they should run less and start lifting weights and doing strength training. Because you have muscle doesn't mean you're going to run more difficult. It means you have more muscle to protect your joint. You've got more muscles to propel yourself forward, right? There's obviously a happy medium. But now the same thing goes. If you're someone who only lifts weights and only does strength training and you can't run, it's just as bad. We need to find that happy place. Now, on a sideline note, rucking is something I've been doing a while. It's very specific for one of my goals that I'm working towards. But it's been scientifically proven that rucking, which is basically walking with a heavy backpack, just walking, is that sweet spot between, if your cardiovascular is bad but your strength is good, this will help you to up your cardio. If your strength is bad but your running is good, or your cardiovascular is good, this will help you get stronger. So it's a beautiful, beautiful, scientifically proven way to get stronger and healthier and fitter, especially for women, from a strength training point of view. But just to come back, so if you are doing something in your life that you think is good for you, meditation, journaling, going to a therapist, a coach, whatever the case is, you need to look at what else you are doing to supplement that. Because if you are just running, or if you are just doing therapy, or you're just seeing a coach, or you are just doing strength training, or you are just journaling, it's going to get to a point where I believe that thing is going to be counterproductive. So what are you doing to balance that out? As a runner, so I'm not a runner. I run like a brick. However, recently, for 3 weeks now, I've been on a running program because I have a goal for 2025, which I can't even believe I'm looking at. But I know that the things I'm doing now, strength training wise, which I'm very good at and I really enjoy, is not going to help me achieve that goal. I have to do something else, and something else I don't really like. I'm getting into it because I have to, but that's the thing is, and again, it came for me from these runners where I looked at these people's bodies and how compromised, I suppose the word is, many of them are. They need to do strength training. They need to be healthier. If you look at the metrics of growing older, muscle mass and strength is one of the main things that's going to make you grow older, healthier, without injury. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. And I look at these people running, and when I've spoken to some of them as well, is no, I run only because I have to improve my cardio. Yes, but you need muscle to do that with. So again, let's pull it back. If you are doing something in your life to be better mentally, to be better physically, relationship-wise, at your work, as a person, make sure that that thing is not counterproductive and that you are doing something else as well. Because there's not a single protocol, there's not single modality for mental or physical health that you can do that does everything. But if you only do the thing that you think is good for you, I really think you need to ask yourself some questions. I really think you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. So for me, it came from the running point of view, where I've seen these people and I know that they need to do something else, not instead of, as well. And that goes for everything. So I think an audit on your own activities, your own protocols as to what you're doing to be healthier, more mentally aware and healthy, your relationship, your work. Have an audit and see what the protocols are that you're deploying, and then see what's lacking, and then do that. I think that's where, for you, for me, for most of us, that's where our next phase of growth is coming from, is when we do the things we don't really want to, but we know we have to. Have a great week, guys. I'll chat to you next week. My name is Jerry. Bye for now.